to another episode of Good Advice. Please tell me that you're listening, because this one is going to be good. Now, today we have a judge. In fact, we have Judge Lynn actually trying to help a modern woman out. Now, before we get into this clip, I want you guys to think about something. Wife, companion, fun girl, or gold digger? Because I just want you guys to kind of think about how women's minds work and what they're actually showing you. Now, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel, so here we go. Let's get into it.
You looking for $100,000 wedding?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
I have high standards, and I feel like I shouldn't.
Whoa. Wait a minute. This woman reminds me of this woman.
He was like, I don't look like my pictures. I do look like my pictures. I don't Photoshop anything. I tell everything how it is. I'm going to insert at the end of the video the picture I put in.
Right? I mean, damn. But let's continue.
And lower them just because.
I have high standards too. I went to a justice of the peace.
Okay.
Married 32 years. The biggest weddings are the shortest marriages, I swear. You know, Kim Kardashian, that dude, 72 days. Took her longer to pick out the dress than it did to be married to her. You know what I mean? You look at, that's just a party. You have that party with, like, on your 25th wedding anniversary, then you could spend that kind of money. $100,000, you're never gonna get married, honey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what that's the wrong goal. The goal is to have him, like, for 40 years.
Yeah.
Not to have one party.
Yes, this is what women are supposed to be telling other women, especially older women, because women's minds have been fried by social media and reality shows, not realizing that the reality shows are actually scripted. Now, if you don't know what scripted means, it basically means that they put a scenario together and they let the actors play out these scenarios. Now, the things that happen, some of it is real, but the majority of it is actually staged. Women's standards are so high that they are not looking for human beings. This is why I said to you guys in the beginning, before we seen this clip, wife, companion, fun girl, or gold digger, because I want you to listen to what women are actually saying out of their mouths so you can see what category they're actually placing themselves in. Now, if this is your idea of a wife, prepare for a divorce, because this woman is not concerned with the marriage, which means she's not concerned with you. She's concerned with her perception, how she's going to be perceived by others. And this is also dangerous, because if you're getting into a business contract with a woman and she has no intent on honoring this contract or being your life partner or your wife, you got a problem, like a real one. Now, the reasons why this was actually good advice is because she flat out told her, like, hey, you want $100,000 wedding? Now, what I understood about marriages is the father of the wife is supposed to be paying for the marriage, not the actual husband. But times have changed, and who knows if that's actually right. But that's what I was told about how marriages actually really are supposed to happen. So does her father have $100,000 to spend on a wedding? Now, $100,000 to spend on a wedding is crazy, because at least 90% of men cannot do this. So again, her standards are so high that she's not looking for a human being, because if he does do it, this is going to significantly ruin the marriage, because now he's going to have to work. Why? Because going $100,000 in debt is a horrible way to start off a marriage. Now, the second thing was her actual goal. What is it that she was actually looking for? Was she actually looking to be a wife, or was she just looking to have a big party? Now, you heard the judge say that shit goes away. And as a married man, I can tell you, well, I'm not, as a divorced man, I can tell you that all of that stuff that happens at the wedding, it does not matter when a divorce is put on the table. right? When it's time to get divorced, all that stuff that you did in that ceremony, you don't get no receipt for that. You don't get no return on your investment for that. You don't get none of that money back. The only thing you did was worked even harder to provide for a woman that cannot be satisfied. And she wants you to throw her a big ass party where she can get the validation and the attention, all for nothing. Now, the question that really should be asked is, does this woman actually like you, right? Because once you know the answer to that, it'll show you, one, how to treat her, two, how to handle her. If you know that she's there just for the lifestyle, then you know exactly how to treat this woman. Now, she may say, oh, this doesn't go in my favor, or, oh my gosh, I can't believe that you're actually treating me this way. But then it turns into one of those things where it's like, well, hey, you're not here because you love me. You're here because you love what I can do, right? So that is going to change the dynamics. But fellas, this is why I always say, get yourself together first, because recovering from a breakup, recovering from a divorce, it is tough. It is hard. And you're going to have to get your confidence back. Now, to deal with women, period, you're going to have your confidence at a certain level. But to do business on a certain level, to be able to make money at a certain level and top that level and then top that level is going to take confidence. You're going to have to believe that you can actually do this. Now, 3 things that'll help you build up your confidence: meditation, exercising, and actually investing, right? These things are important because this woman is showing you, 1, that she's not logical, 2, that her feelings matter way more than anything you could do for her. Now, I'm saying that because $100,000 on a wedding sounds crazy, especially if you don't have it. Now, if this man is a multi-millionaire or a gazillionaire, then it doesn't matter, right? Because he should have it, right? He should be able to wipe his ass with that. But let's just say you do all that, right? Let's just say that you paid $100,000 for the wedding ceremony. Well, how much was the ring? And then how much is your life after that, right? Because that's what you're going to have to figure out. And let's just say that now you're working hard because now you got to pay off the ring. You got to pay for the wedding ceremony. Guess what she's going to do? She's going to complain that you are not spending enough time with her. And guess what that's going to do? That's going to lead her into the hands of another man, right? Or get him to get the bouncing around on his lap, right? And I'm talking about with no clothes on. So with that being said, focus on yourself, fellas. Save yourself first, because after you do that, it is much easier to help the next person. So I'm saying this because I want your confidence to get to a level to where you can see through the bullshit or understand when you're dealing with bullshit and handle it a lot different. Now, this judge was really trying to show her, hey, you have the ability to choose who you actually want to be married to, right? You can actually choose to marry the guy that you actually love. You're not in an arranged marriage situation, but it's starting to show that this woman, and maybe a lot of women, need to have that taken away. Arranged marriage may be in her best interest and a set of new friends. In fact, I'll tell you guys a story. I went on a date with a woman who was telling me about her experience at the Beyonce concert. Now, while she was at the Beyonce concert, she was there with her best friend, right? Now, this best friend did not like the attention that this woman was getting. Now, the way that the woman was explaining it to me, the woman I was on a date with, the way she was explaining that situation to me is like she knew some people, so she would stop and, you know, have a conversation with this person and that person, and then she would take a picture with this person and that person, right? So her best friend got annoyed and got tired of dealing with all this stopping when the concert was going. Now, me, in my mind, that actually makes sense because you paid a lot of money to come see Beyonce perform. So go sit your ass down. This best friend was so irritated with her that she started to call her because the best friend had already made it to their seats. right? So now she's calling her, right? And she didn't really say if she was picking up or not, but by the time the woman I was on the date with actually got back to their seats, she ended up let me skip to the end, right? So now that they're leaving, right, her best friend told her, girl, you better hurry up, because if I make it to this car, to this Uber before you get there, you're gonna have to find a new way home. I said, damn. And this is your best friend? Well, who needs enemies? Now, with all of this being said, I gotta ask you guys a question. Was this woman listening to understand, or was she listening to talk? Do you think she's going to get the message from this judge? That's really the question I'm asking. Comment under this video. Let me know what you think. Also, one more thing. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and then I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.